Miss Erica here at Minocqua Public Library, and I have some really fun chapter books, graphic novels, and nonfiction stories to share with you today. So because Halloween was near, we're going to talk a little bit about monsters first, including a monster called a Yeti. Do you know what a Yeti is? He's also known as Bigfoot. So my first story is about Bigfoot. It's called The Yeti Files, Meet the Big Feet by Kevin Sherry. So this is a series we have at our library, and it's featuring the Yeti, or Bigfoot, called Blizz Richards. He and his magical monster friends spend their whole lives trying not to be seen by people. But now there's a man trying to out them. What will they do? Will they be found? My favorite thing about this book is the really simple text and the really fun pictures. So I'll show you a few real quick here. So it's really engaging and kind of fun to look at. So you'll have to find out if the monsters escape by checking this book out at my library or yours. And actually, I forgot to mention, at my library, we have the sequel to this book called Monsters on the Run. So there's a couple books in this series. You'll have to check them out. Speaking of silly, this next graphic novel series is literally about Noodle Heads. Kids who have noodles as heads. And they're both named Mac, by the way. So this is from the author of Fly Guy. And these goofy noodle dudes are featured in a number of short stories in this book. All of them are about different nightmares they have. And I know Halloween is near, but don't worry. These stories aren't creepy in any sort of way. Mac and Mac have all sorts of silly ideas that lead them to have nightmares about things like chickens. The simple text in these stories make them fun and easy to read. There's the Noodle Heads, Mac and Mac. Yeah! And we have multiple books in this series here at the library as well. Let's see if I can show them all. There they are. So check these out if you're curious, like I was, how noodles can be so silly. And last, my nonfiction book. Have you ever wondered how some of the most famous bad guys in history, like Blackbeard, Al Capone, and Joan of Arc, got caught? This book, called Caught, written by Georgia Bragg, is broken into mini-series about 14 different bad guys. I'll show you the list here in the front. These are all the bad guys. And this book gives the exciting details about what happened when these bad guys and gals committed their crimes and how they were caught. There are funny pictures and stories throughout, including one about how one of the bad guys had to paint rotten fruit and another escaped by having to go to the outhouse. The stories are short, simple, and extremely entertaining. And there's a fact sheet at the end where each bad guy is described, and to me the most interesting part is that all these bad guys were real people in history. So grab this book right away before it escapes the shelf. All right, so I'm going to show you all those books one more time. We've got the Yeti Files. Meet the Big Feet by Kevin Sherry, Noodlehead Nightmares by Ted Arnold, and Caught by Georgia Bragg. So check out some of these fantastic books. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.